So there was a Moist Critical video recently about this poor man who is a cancer. He's going through cancer, and he was live streaming to raise money for chemotherapy, which is expensive in America because medicine's expensive in America, believe it or not. And he downloaded a game called Block Blasters off of Steam. He was convinced by one of the chatters to download Block Blasters. And the Steam game had embedded malware in it, which is terrifying to think about. Because if a Steam game could just have malware embedded into it, and Steam doesn't, like, check it, which it seems like that's what... Pardon me. Which it seems like that's what they did. They just didn't check the game for malware. Yeah, if a Steam game can have malware in it like that, and you load it up and it took 30,000 from this poor man. 30,000 schmeckles from this poor man. But thankfully, his chat and people were outraged with it. And he got the money back. And also, the person who made the game and embedded the malware in it, he was caught by his community. And the moment he was like some sort of expensive lifestyle, like, shill. When he was caught, he deleted all of his socials, every single one, and made his girlfriend delete all of their socials as well, which is kind of crazy to think about. But, yeah, good riddance. He's gone. He's gone. I'm glad he's gone. He doesn't deserve to be here. And thankfully, the guy got his money back, which is ultimately the best outcome for the scenario, because he deserves it. He's going through a lot, and he needs the money. But stealing 30,000 from a man with cancer is crazy. 30,000. What else was there? Oh my god. I just can't speak today. Yeah. There's more outcomes for the Rapture. Well, let's react to that together. Oh wow. I was singing Christmas songs not long ago. Now I'm being recommended J Slat, A Very 1999 Christmas. Which, to be fair, is a brilliant album. He did an absolutely amazing job with that. Yeah, there's a Rapture video, which is just insane. Like, the people that believed the Rapture was gonna come and sold off a bunch of things. Wild. Anyway, other than that, there was a website that Microsoft is gonna release, which is like AI slop content. Made by AI, and it's for AI slop content. Why would there be any traffic for AI slop content? Why would there ever be any fucking... Like, YouTube Shorts and TikTok is already filled with enough AI slop, and Instagram Reels. There doesn't need to be a website dedicated to it. Hopefully, with there being a website dedicated to it, the AI slop is going to stay in the AI slop website and just not be on YouTube Shorts and TikTok and Instagram Reels. Because, Jesus, there does not need to be that much AI-generated slop. I know people make a lot of money off of it, which is crazy. It's crazy to think about. People, like, tolerate the AI slop. There was only one use case for AI, which I found hilarious and, like, valid. And it was when Asian Andy, a streamer, he was the one that popularized the whole sleep streams. And he's been harassed by his viewer base for the entirety of his time on Twitch. Only when Asian Andy was doing that whole squatter thing, where he was squatting with the squatter at the Airbnb owner's request. He was squatting with the squatter at the Airbnb owner's request. And every interaction, then his chat would make a AI-generated song about what happened in that interaction. And then they would post it, and it would play on loudspeaker really loud. It was hilarious. That's the only good use case for scenario for AI I've seen for AI slop. Oh, I tried watching the entirety of like every single one of those streams, but I just couldn't. My attention span has been cut drastically by short form content. It's actually sad. And what else has happened? Oh yeah, isn't there Comic Con or TwitchCon or something? I think there's a TwitchCon coming up, or it's happening. I don't know. A monkey stole a bus. Yeah, there's a case about a monkey stealing a bus, which is insane. That is a Justin Wang thing, who makes excellent videos, by the way. Excellent videos. All of Justin Wang's videos are masterpieces. They are absolute bangers, and he is an attractive man. Justin Wang is an attractive man. I'm holding up my hands here. Just being truthful. Justin Wang, very attractive. Yeah. Exactly. There was a monkey that stole a bus. Isn't that fucking crazy? Yeah, let me show you. I gotta do my scuffed ass camera switch. There we go. Anyway.
Tell you about the monkey that hijacked the bus. In September of 2015, a bus driver in the city of Bareilly, India was taking a nap for...
Of course it happened in India. There's nowhere else where a monkey could steal a bus. Yeah, I hate when monkeys steal my buses. They're so annoying. But how do you fall asleep at the wheel of a bus and then let a monkey steal it? That's insane. That's just wild. That is crazy.
Shift began. As he's dozing off in the back row, a sneaky little monkey wanders into the bus.
Sneaky little
monkey. Monkeys are all over the place in India. As you may have seen in some of my other videos, they can get in a little bit of mischief. This one was no different. You see, the driver had left his keys in the ignition. The monkey instantly turns the keys, starting the vehicle.
The fact that the monkey knew how to start the vehicle is also insane in itself. Or just through trial and error. Monkeys are smart. People don't give monkeys enough credit for what they do. They really don't.
This wakes up the driver, who leaps out of his seat. He tries to chase the monkey out of the bus, but this just sends the monkey into a panic. And in the panic, the monkey shifts the bus into second gear. The bus starts to head for a crowd of pedestrians. Pedestrians notice that it seems like nobody is driving the bus, but in fact, the monkey is driving the bus. How can that be? Luckily,
the crazy thing is, that's not the first time a primate has started driving a bus. There are multiple scenarios where monkeys have, well, not a bus, but just driven a vehicle. Monkeys are a lot smarter than people give them credit for. Just because they can't talk doesn't mean they're not very smart. like you give them a jacket, they know how to put it on. It takes them a minute, but they know how to put it on. I couldn't dress myself when I was a 5-year-old. I was an idiot.
Nobody was hurt, but the driver wasn't able to wrest the control of the bus back from the monkey until the bus collided with 2 other parked buses. A manager from the bus company told...
At least... give it a weapon. Yeah. To be fair, I've seen monkeys shoot AKs before. I have. There are videos of that. They don't shoot them very accurately, and the people around them are terrified. And realized it was a terrible idea. But anyway, at least... It's India, so I wouldn't care either way. But at least the bus hit other buses, not people.
Times of India. The monkeys have become an increasingly big problem for them because for some reason they just want to fiddle with the vehicles that are being repaired. And apparently they'd also been damaging the security cameras, perhaps in an attempt to hide the evidence.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Damaging security cameras so they can get away with more monkey shenanigans is insane. They are little smart weirdos.
Urged the local government to help them solve the growing monkey problem. But as of now, the mischievous little beasts are here to stay.
I wish there was a growing monkey problem where I
lived. That hijacked the bus.
I love monkey content. There should be an entire YouTube thing where it's just dedicated to monkey content. Either way, that's all the news that I have. That I have for now, unfortunately. Ending it on a high note with monkey news. I wish we had gorilla problems. I wish where I live there were a bunch of gorillas that just horsed around. Monkeys not so much. Monkeys can be scary. Monkeys can, oh, so can gorillas, obviously. I mean, they're muscle-bound giant guys, but gorillas, they're cool. They're chill, and they look funny. So now we're gonna finish off with what's left of the news that I have about the rapture. Supposedly, people have been raptured. That's interesting to think about. See what Charlie has to say about the rapture then, shall we?
All this egg on my face. Turns out, I may have been wrong about the rapture. Now,
What the hell is
you
going
might
on?
be wondering, how is that possible? We're all still here. And yeah, we may not have been, disconnected from the server, from the Lord Almighty or anything. But that doesn't mean Jesus didn't come back.
No way. That was not what I was thinking was going to happen. Not in the slightest. I was like, oh, maybe he's going to talk about missing people's cases. Or... No. Jesus wrestling. Jesus wrestling is not what I was expecting. What the hell?
And they say wrestling is fake. So apparently this is an indie wrestler named Jesus. I tried to look up more information
What the
on it
hell?
in previous matches to see who else he brought biblical
I didn't know
smackdown
Jesus had
upon.
false
Maybe
powers.
he squared off against Beelzebub in a Hell in a Cell match.
That would have been
And
awesome.
I thought it'd be fun to take a dive
Beelzebub.
into Jesus the wrestler here. But it's I couldn't find anything because it's kind of hard to get this by just typing in indie wrestling Jesus. I got a lot of AI videos, if you can believe that. So this is the only footage I can find of him so far. But
AI slop has just completely ruined the internet. I hope that AI content channel, that AI website, is going to completely absorb all the AI slop, so we don't have to deal with it anymore.
I don't think it's a coincidence that the rapture was predicted for September 23rd and 24th with the double feature, the double whammy, double fisting. And then shortly thereafter, we see this.
Double whammy.
Coinky dink, I don't subscribe to that idea. I think what's most likely
It
what
can't be a
happened is
coincidence. It can't be.
the pastor behind this huge rapture prediction that somehow TikTok ate up. I saw numerous videos of people allegedly quitting their job. I saw one person who sold
Quitting your job is insane, because why are you quitting your job if you're going to get raptured? If you're getting raptured, then you've quit your job anyway. You're in heaven. You've quit your job. And what do you think was going to come of that? If this rapture prediction is false, like the previous one was, then you're not going to go to heaven. And you're going to be jobless. And then who's the fool then?
a lot of their belongings. This is all things that I've seen in the
I've seen
past
the-
with like
the people sell their cars and stuff.
2011 Rapture,
Stupid.
hoopla. And I also saw a video of someone that's like, I left work early to prepare for the rapture, and it's like, brother, if you thought the rapture was about to happen, why did you even go to work?
Yeah,
What the fuck
like,
was
what the
even the
hell?
point? You could have just taken the whole day off. Regardless, I think the pastor who made this prediction may have just misunderstood what the message was and what the dates signified. Perhaps it wasn't about, rapturing the believers.
Yeah, it was definitely about wrestling Jesus, force choking and choke slamming and throwing around the other wrestlers with the power of the midichlorians in his blood, obviously.
Believers off Earth. Maybe instead of taking from the planet, Jesus wanted to give us something. A beautiful display of whoop ass. The way he is working these gentlemen in the squared circle is a thing of beauty. He's getting them with like the fucking Sith Lord force choke. He's getting them with like, almost Jean Grey level telekinesis on them. Like, it is impressive stuff.
The Christokinesis is insane with these wrestlers. It's wild. With Jesus choke slamming people, I mean, absolute cinema. I mean, this can't be fake, obviously. He does look like Jesus. I love that so much.
Look at the size of that crowd. They are so densely packed in there. It looks like when the fucking anchovies charged the Krusty Krab.
I hope whoever's playing this Jesus becomes this generation's The Rock. Because he deserves it. Because look at him, he's putting in the work right now. He needs to sell out stadiums. He needs to sell out proper wrestling stadiums, and we need to see this in person.
Everyone is there to see the respawn of Jesus, and man, did he deliver. So we see another move here where he's working the other dude like a fucking fleshlight there. He's got him like a puppet. He gave him the word of God and he followed.
Oh.
Like, I can only imagine all of like the wacky moves he must have unleashed that we just don't have video footage of, you know, like the faithful Frankensteiner, the 10 Commandments tombstone pile driver. Like, I have to wonder, how much ass did Jesus beat in the ring there? He was clearly victorious. He got the pin and everything. And I'm going to be honest, I don't see who stops him. I feel like he's going to steamroll his way to the title. Like, there's no one that's going to get in the way of that belt. And I'm really curious, you know, how creative they get with this character. Like, I wonder if they do Money in the Bank matches, but instead of money, it's like the Bible. Like, they're both going, like, up the ladder to grab a Bible instead of money or something.
That's
like,
crazy.
I would love to see more of this. I don't even know what indie wrestling promotion this was. I really couldn't find much information on it because I had so little to go off of other than just
I wish
indie
this was
wrestling
posted
Jesus,
widespread so we
which
could actually know more about
unfortunately
it.
didn't lead me to a cornucopia here or anything. But what I saw in even just this short clip was a lot of fun. I had a big smile on my face. Like, yeah, it's silly, but I still think it was well done. Like, it was a show that was very hyped to even see in a short burst like this. I imagine all of the spectators had a great time.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
have
bet.
to imagine they did the holy shit, holy shit. It would have fit perfectly here, so I'm pretty confident that chant was probably utilized. And I just find this kind of silly stuff enjoyable. I know in some circles it gets a bad rep in the indie wrestling scene if it's not taken like with the utmost seriousness.
Yeah, but for real, you're working in the entertainment. You're working in the entertainment sector. Your like entire job is to entertain people. Isn't that what Jesus here is doing? Entertaining people, making them feel happy, and he's winning a match. He's making the crowd go wild. The crowd love it. Isn't that all that the wrestling crowd wants? Just to be happy. Because Jesus is winning. And he's winning hard.
If it's not like super buttoned up. But I think this kind of stuff is refreshing here and there. It's clear that they're talented. Like, they still are wrestling like in a professional capacity. You know, it's not like watching your two drunk uncles grapple in the backyard next to the barbecue. You know, it's still a good show that they put on, albeit a wacky one. So I had fun with it. Chase sent it to me earlier today, so I kind of just wanted to put it on all of your radars here. It really does feel like something we would have like tinkered around with for our own wrestling promotion, the MWL, which I know we haven't done one in over a year now. But there's a variety of reasons for it. Maybe that's better talked about, yapped about in a different video. But point is, I had fun watching this. That's really about it. See ya.
Well, use code MOIST at checkout. That is not what I was expecting from this Rapture video at all. Use code MOIST when you get gamer subs. He's a great content creator, and this has been a great video. And this has been a great stream. I enjoyed it a lot. Thanks everyone who came along for the ride. It wasn't a terribly long one. I am tired, and I hope you have a brilliant day, or night, or whatever the fuck you're having. Peace. If I remember correctly, we'll also be going into Blacktown, but I thought Pinwheel, who's the hardest boss in the game, by far would be a much more attractive stream name. if I went to fight Pinwheel instead of going into the hellscape that is Blighttown.